So I just got back in from seeing Terrifier 3. Finally, yes, y'all, we saw Terrifier 3. And look, y'all, this movie is a legit, brutal, nasty, glorified masterpiece. Like, I know a lot of people love Terrifier 2, but Terrifier 3, this movie right here just takes up things so many levels. It's insane. But let's get into this review. Before we get started, smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because it definitely helps. And let's get into it. Starting off with spoiler free, and then we're going to end with spoilers. So, Terrifier 3, man. I heard everything. I heard a lot of people say this movie was batshit crazy. It was, you know, different from the other two, just taking it up so many notches and levels. Art the Clown is just a menace and things like that. And just hearing about the crazy brutalness of it, and just to see it with my own eyes is insane. This is literally, you know, a film that just made its mark in horror history. And I just witnessed it. And I can't believe it. Like, to get into it, Art the Clown in this is literally just a menace. He is literally the devil. He's Satan. Like, the stuff that we see Art the Clown doing this is just unbelievable. Just how brutal he is, the things that he does, the things that he just kind of accomplishes in this. David Howard Thornton as Art the Clown is literally a legend. He is, this movie, he's made his mark for sure. And with this movie, to kind of get into the spoiler free side of things, the first 10 minutes is going to literally leave you mouth to the floor. It's going to leave you mouth to the floor. I don't care what type of viewer watches that scene. You're going to just be in just awe. You're going to be just shocked because the way that Damien did that first 10 minutes is so just unsettling and crazy and creepy, and just, it just makes your skin crawl, literally just seeing everything with the first 10 minutes and kind of, you know, pushing forward in this. We get Sienna back involved with Jonathan, and Sienna's facing a lot of trauma. You know, she's going through a lot of things that we speculated, you know, and to get into Sienna's character, she just felt so real. You know, Sienna's character felt so real. Jonathan, it's like he's trying to like almost kind of run away from reality and the truth. And we know that this kind of, you know, with this film, it takes place 5 years later and things like that. And they're facing, you know, problems, and when it comes down to everything they just went through, it's coming back to haunt them and things like that. So it just all makes sense. This movie was literally perfect in my eyes. Like I said, it's the scene that happens with Art the Clown and Daniel Roebuck that literally has me crying tears. It literally had me crying tears in the theaters, bro. Like, I never just laughed that hard at a movie, to be honest. Some of the things that David Howard Thornton brought to Art the Clown in this movie was just unbelievable. It was unbelievable. And it's a lot of scenes in this movie that's very unsettling. To be honest, I see why people walk out the theater. I see why people say, you know, like, this is crazy, because if you can't stomach some of this stuff, the way it happens in Terrifier 3, it's going to definitely come back and talk to you, if you know what I mean. And, you know, pushing forward with this, I loved Sienna's little cousin, her character Gabby. She brought a lot of depth to certain situations. Jonathan's character, it kind of felt like, you know, with his character, they were being different with Jonathan, but he does a great job as Jonathan. You know, he's in college and things like that, and when you kind of see him and Sienna rejoin each other and talk to each other about everything that happens, he definitely is trying to run away from, like, you know, the truth and everything. And Sienna is the one, it feels, that has all this weight on her shoulders that she's carrying, trying to be a person. She's trying to just be a human. And she sees a lot of her mom and her aunt and things like that. So we kind of knew that was going to happen because she's going through a lot. But, like, pushing forward with this, like I said, this movie is perfect from beginning to end. I said it. This movie is literally perfect. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. I feel like the kills, what they did, yes, some of these kills cross so many lines when it comes to brutality, you know, and I just loved it. Yes, you heard me. I loved it, bro. The way they did it, them being creative with the Christmas season with these kills. Some of the things that they do with the Christmas season with the kills, it's like, Damien, how did you think of that? Like, how did you legit think of that? Like, this movie just shows you what goes on in this man's brain. Like, this movie is just so nasty and just brutal, and it's done right, though. I think this is literally, I know it sounds crazy, but this is a horror fan's wet dream. I swear, this is literally a horror fan's wet dream. Like, this is what a horror fan will want. You know, this is what they will need as a horror fan. And I think, you know, pushing forward, like I said, Victoria and Art the Clown as a duo, whoever knew we needed that duo. You know, we had the pale girl and everything in Terrifier 2, but it is completely different. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's completely different with Victoria and Art as a duo. They just merge and fit so well together. A lot of things that they introduce us to in this, it definitely makes sense because it connects with Terrifier 2. I'm going to just say that. Some things that they introduce us to, it definitely connects with Terrifier 2, and it kind of makes things more fluid and the lines line up together. We see, you know, a lot of things go on with just Sienna mainly, her just kind of being the magnet of this story and bringing everything to her, and then everything just ends up happening. She's just telling people like, hey, you know, Art the Clown, she's still trying to be a human and just get away from her past and deal with everything, but it just still haunts her, you know, just like everyone said it would, you know, her trauma, her PTSD. And to push forward, Mia and Cole, I want to just say this, Mia and Cole, man, those characters were so fucking annoying in a good way. Like, you know, they did their job. I'm gonna just say that. Mia and Cole, like, they felt like legit college students, bro. Like, if I think of a college student from now on, I'm gonna think of Mia and Cole. They just felt so just like college student. And I'm gonna just say this real quick, y'all. That shower scene, Lord fucking Jesus Christ. Lord Jesus Christ. When I tell you, at a point when I fucking was in a theater and I seen this scene, I felt so numb and like lightheaded, bro. Like, I'm not lying. Like, it was just the revving of the chainsaw and just the situation that they're in is just so tight. It literally just makes you, it makes you just want to close your eyes, bro. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, they went there. They literally went there and some. They jumped over 1 million lines. I'm gonna say this. With Terrifier 3, I literally felt every single fucking kill. I felt every single injury. I felt every single bang, boom, bow. I felt it. I swear. I just felt it, bro, because the kills, you see the budget update in Terrifier 3. You see the great work with Phil Falcone, you know, fucking Damien, Michael Lee. You just see the whole team. They put so much passion and effort in this. It's insane. Like, y'all think Terrifier 1 and 2 is crazy? Terrifier 3 literally sets the bar so fucking high for horror slashers now. It's insane. Like, this movie, when you just sit back and just, after you see Terrifier 3, it's going to be like, wow, it was literally a roller coaster. Like, it's a non-stop freight train. It's a non-stop freight train with emotions, just, you know, scaredness, sadness, and then the fucking final act is what all final acts should be like. That final act literally was 100 the whole time. It's so brutal. It's so back and forth. It's just so like, I hope this doesn't happen. I hope that doesn't happen. It feels like no one is safe in that final act. I swear, I feel like I was scared for everyone. It felt like no one was safe. Hell, it even felt like Art the Clown wasn't safe. Like, they just go there. Damien did a great job with this movie. And like I said, man, go check out Terrifier 3. The kills, the story, you know, the characters, the new ones they introduce us to. Even how they kind of, you know, tiptoe on the backstory. They did such a great job. And just the fun. This movie is so fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It is really a good time. My theater was sold out. So many good reactions. So many just oohs and ahs. And I was surprised. Like, that element of surprise with some of those scenes, you would say, like, I don't think Art the Clown's going to go there. Then this motherfucker goes there and some. He goes there and some. He don't just go there. He goes there and some. And Victoria, she, in my, you know, in my brain, I didn't think she was going to be how she was. Victoria alone is her own character. I could see a lot of people wanting to be Victoria next Halloween, wanting to kind of praise her a little more than they used to do. she definitely earned her name in Terrifier 3. Once again, like I said, Art the Clown is freaking hilarious. This is my favorite version of Art the Clown. Art the Clown as Santa. Whoever knew we needed Art the Clown as fucking Santa Claus? Like, this is literally my favorite version. Like, Terrifier 3 has the best Art the Clown, I feel. Like, he brings so much life to the character in Terrifier 3. David does, man. You could tell he had a lot of fun with this character, and I just loved it, man. But that is my Terrifier 3 spoiler-free review. Now it's time to get into the spoilers. That's right, the spoilers, guys. If you haven't seen Terrifier 3, you should probably head out and come back to the video once you've seen it. Definitely don't want to miss this. In 3, 2, 1, we are now talking about spoilers. Look, I knew that they, you know, with Terrifier 3, they were going to go there. But they went there and some once again. Like I said, that first 10 minutes, I heard a lot of people talk about it, you know, spoiler-free reviews and stuff. The way that sound when he's hacking up that kid, when he's hacking him up, it is fucking brutal. That whole first 10, I felt everything. What he did to Chrissy Fox character, Jennifer, every fucking blow he does in this movie, you feel it. It feels so real. And you know, I feel like with Art the Clown, he just took it up so many levels in this. Look, that fucking mall scene is insane. Like, that's something like I talked about on stream. Like, what if Art the Clown he gets a whole fucking, you know, bomb and he just blows everything up? My guy Terry brought that up. I'm like, that's too... Y'all, our theater went crazy when that shit happened. Like, he literally was just going so crazy. I can't even pick a favorite scene. I legit cannot pick a favorite scene, y'all. I swear, the movie's so good, I can't pick one. That scene with him and Daniel Roebuck had me I'm fucking crying tears in a theater, bro. The way that Daniel Roebuck is talking to Art the Clown, and he's like, "Oh, you like Santa?" And Art the Clown's like excited for Santa Claus and shit, like a little kid. You could see the kid in Art the Clown, how he's clapping, and that whole just thing with the guys in the bar, bro. And then Art the Clown brings his bag in there, and you already know what's about to go down if you know Art the Clown. Like, this shit's finna get crazy. But he's really like talking to Art the Clown like he's a fucking human. You see this guy with a clown costume on, and then when shit hits the fan, it's like, no, you know what I'm saying? It was just funny because we all knew what to expect with Art the Clown. And I'm gonna tell you this, when Art the Clown fucking pissed on Daniel Roebuck, that's when the laughs, it was just, I was already laughing, but when he did that, and you fucking just see the reactions from the guys in the bar and everything, all three of these guys were hilarious. That scene right there alone is iconic, that bar scene, bro. And then just what he does with the fucking liquid, what he does with that liquid nitrogen is fucking epic. And I love that scene where he's like, you know, in his element in this old abandoned house, which was very interesting. And they were like dormant for years. Art the Clown and fucking Victoria, they were dormant for years. And that whole scene with her and the guy, and you know, they got the dude with the green vest on and everything, that was insane, bro. Her with the glass doing what she was doing to her bottom area while Art the Clown, like, she was getting off on that. Who thinks of shit like that? Damien, only Damien. And you know, like, pushing forward, that whole scene with, you know, the house and everything, when Art has the webs on him, I knew it was something like that, you know, him being dormant. So it kind of almost seems like they were getting woken up by like the demons or something. And they touch on this, obviously, you know, with Sienna and her father, but it's not too much. They don't touch on it enough. I feel like they're gonna save that for Terrifier 4. But pushing forward, the dad do touch on, you know, like the demons and things like that, and you know how he prepped Sienna, and we find out that he actually prepped Sienna because once he drew this picture of her in warrior form, he knew that Sienna was going to go up against Art. It's like he already knew about Art, and he has this little moment where he has like this crash out moment, and I think that was showing us that Art the Clown was growing in him, the demon was growing in the dad. I really did like just enjoy Sienna's character, man. She is a final girl, bro, and she just felt so wholesome, and she felt real, like a real person, like I know her. And then she was going through her being, I think it was called like Sunny Valley or something like that, a psychiatric hospital, and her going to move with her aunt and uncle, and just her writing in this diary and stuff. It all just fit. It kind of just made the movies merge perfect. I really liked them introducing us into Gabby, almost making it seem like Gabby was like the little sister for Sienna. Sienna, you know, just being that little sister type of figure, annoying, you know, Sienna telling her not to touch her thing. She's looking through her journal, but she finds out the story and lore of Art the Clown, and that actually helps her in the end. I really enjoyed that. One thing, like, I want to say this, is that fucking shower scene, that is definitely topping that alley bed scene. Like, you literally, Damien, so you sat down and you got this fucking chainsaw, right? You get this chainsaw, and me and Cole are getting on in the shower. Look, you really thought, like, y'all, he put the fucking chainsaw up the man's fucking cheeks, bro. Like, I felt every fucking piece of that, and it shows everything. Like, how do you pull that shit off, Damien? Like, and it's just the grind and and it's all up in the man's cheeks. And it's fucking crazy. You know, I felt everything. And even down to when he has the guy in the fucking attic and he rips off his whole the face, the whole facial is gone. And just Victoria, man, just her too. Like, I love that fucking scene when they're on the bus or the subway and we see a guy that's, you know, an Art the Clown fan that's dressed up like Art, and Art kind of takes the clothes from him. I thought that was a very nice, you know, cool thing to show, just because we are Art the Clown fans. People out here do cosplay as him. It's a lot of things that's shown in this that raises a lot of questions with, you know, them being doorman, the dad. I still got questions with the dad, but I feel like they kind of touch on a lot with, you know, the flashback with Sienna and her dad and him drawing it and getting her prepared as a warrior and stuff like that. And we find out, obviously, that the demons are using that, you know, their victims as vessels. So I talked about that in previous videos where Art the Clown uses his victims as vessels, like Victoria, the pale girl. And it's something about these demons wearing black and white. They're all wearing black and white. At a point, we see Victoria damn near get into like the pale girl costume with these thorns on her head. I'm like, okay, why are they all picking this black and white color? It kind of made me think about when the pale girl's parents got killed in that carnival and they were like the carnival owners. Did they wear that type of costume? Is it something with that being black and white? But man, that final act with Victoria, and, you know, she's basically possessed by the demons and she's talking to Sienna. They just go there in that final act, like breaking Sienna's fucking hands. Art the Clown with this big ass mallet, bro, him shoving her face in the guy's guts. And I'm gonna say this, man, a lot of people out there were tripping about Jonathan. When you sit here and think about it, so people are like, is Jonathan dead? Is he alive? And that was a crazy twist. The whole time we thought that was Gabby, and then, you know, they flip like, nah, that's Jonathan. He puts the glasses. It really made my heart heavy. You know, I wonder if it's something where Damien's messing with us, because at first I'm like, okay, that's really Gabby. But then once Victoria said like they lied, I'm like, they can lie and say that that's Jonathan. They just stuck some glasses on him, you know. So I don't know if it's confirmed. I mean, they did have that scene where Sienna's uncle is talking and he's acting like he's Jonathan on the phone, almost like he's on the other side. You know, I think just like a call back to the pale girl in Terrifier 2 when she was, you know, on the phone, changing her voice. But either way, man, it kind of made my heart a little heavy if that's true, if Jonathan's gone. Gabby gets took with the sword. I definitely think in 4 that that's what they're going to be going with, like with Gabby being saved and Sienna going to find them. I just hope that whatever Damien does, he stays on this lane. This lane is beautiful. Like, this, it's a masterpiece. It's done so well and right. The story he's trying to tell. And I definitely think that this is going to be one of the best horror franchises. They definitely do a great job also at capturing that Christmas feel. This will definitely be a movie I'll watch every Christmas for sure. And it's a Christmas slasher. Like, bro, Art the Clown and Christmas goes, you know, together so well. Like, it just does. It goes together so well. It's so fluid. It's done so right. And like I said, I literally can't even pick a favorite scene. I love this whole movie. For me, this movie is a legit 10 out of 10. It's a legit 10 out of 10 for me, bro. Like, I might be on, you know, that island by myself. I really do like it better than the rest of the Terrifier films. This is definitely my favorite for sure. Just a lot of the stuff that Art the Clown does brings this movie to life. It's so fun. Like, that final act, I couldn't believe the shit he was doing to Sienna. It was insane. Like, legit, that shit when he was smacking her in the head, bro. Whoever put that in there when he's like just popping her in the head every time he walks past her, I'm like, oh my fuck, I was legit crying tears, bro, at that part. Like, why would you put that in there? Like, even him making fucking Daniel Roebuck a snowman, like, all these creative kills, bro, was just, it just made the movie so fun, and just, it just really gave it a lot of life. And like I said, the story that Damien is trying to tell is starting to show in Terrifier 3. He's starting to set up for Terrifier 4 for sure, especially with that flashback with Sienna's father and him touching on the demons and kind of showing how the demons are attached to the father or probably growing in him or something. It definitely shows. And that scene where they show the demon on the chain, I speculated that the marriage statue was alive, the face starts shifting and shit. It almost seems like that demon is being held, like, just locked up for a reason, almost like it's Sienna's dad being held hostage. I want to say that, but it could just be a demon that's connected to art. Maybe that demon is like the host. But it was something else that happened that was very interesting, where they're in this abandoned house, Art the Clown and Victoria, and this light is showing like this energy clicking on, almost like some possession, paranormal type of shit. And the light clicks on once they're awoke and alive. I peeped that when the guy had walked in with the green vest, you could see the light come on, and that's how you knew that Victoria was awake, Art the Clown was awake. So it's definitely some type of demonic energy that's attached to Art the Clown, and that's hosting them and keeping them going, you know what I'm saying? And it's really making them still operate. And I think that's what Sienna dad's, he knows, and you know, he's trying to show her, you need to be the one. And it kind of tells me that Jonathan knows something too, because you remember that letter that she has, Jonathan is telling her, you're the one. You know, these demons and everything, they need a vessel, you know, they need someone that's vulnerable, and long as you're, you know, still up and running, they're going to keep using you and trying to be attached to you and stuff like that. We see at a point Victoria tries with Sienna, but Sienna's so strong, she overcomes it. Bro, Sienna took a beating in there. She's really a final girl. Like, them shoulder hits with the mallet, the hands, bro, like, it was fucking brutal. And she still gets the sword, and the sword is still showing its power, because once she lets, you know, once Gabby lets go and goes into like this hole of hell and she falls, we see the cuts on Sienna's hands heal just like it did in Terrifier 2. So it's definitely something where her dad is looking out for her, I think. But, and if her dad's looking at him, Jonathan really was a goner. I'm still kind of thinking about that one. He's definitely going to help her from the other side, or he can be the host, the vessel, just like how Victoria was. That would be crazy. Maybe we'll see Jonathan as the little pale boy. Who knows? But like I said, that shower scene was definitely something. It was fucking crazy. I still feel it. Like, I still feel it, man. Like, I'm telling you, that fucking shower scene is... He's just... He was in there. He was in there, okay? But like I said, from beginning to end, this movie was perfect. I love the ending where Phil is driving a bus, and then Art the Clown comes on the bus, and he, it's just, it lets us know, get ready, buckle up. It's a Terrifier 4 in a way. And Damien already has greenlit that. Literally, when them credits started rolling, I was like, thank you, Damien. You knew we need this Terrifier 4. I'm so prepped, bro. We got more Terrifier videos coming up, you know, how they set up Terrifier 4 in this, more things to break down. We got a live stream coming on Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be talking spoilers for Terrifier 3 live. You definitely want to be there. It's going to be crazy. But like I said, I really did love Terrifier 3. 10 out of 10 for me. I enjoyed it so much. And Art the Clown is fucking hilarious. Damien, you definitely outdid yourself with this one. David, amazing job as Art the Clown. You are one of my favorite slashers for sure. I'm so glad that you guys are really in this spot you're in now with this. And I just can't wait, man. Art the Clown, Terrifier 3 has made history. They have made history for sure. And I'm going to say it right now. This is definitely the best Christmas / holiday slasher out there. There we go. There we go, man. If you haven't seen Terrifier 3, definitely check it out. This is amazing. Comment down below, what was your thoughts on Terrifier 3? What's some things you want to talk about in the comments? I'm going to be looking in the comments in this video. Comment down below what's some things that you liked, what's some things that you didn't like, what did you want to see, what you think will happen in Terrifier 4. I'm definitely you know, loving this whole thing that Damien is doing, but I'll be looking out for your comments. Unfortunately, this is the end of the video. I want y'all to hit me up on all my social medias at ILIKESCARY. I want you to watch some horror movies. Stay scary out there. Peace. Until next time.